Okay, so just a couple quick questions that need to be answered about pausing the test and if students can go back to sections of the test once a test has been paused. But before we get to that, it's important to understand that the ELA-PT is two separate writing tasks. And when a student completes the first writing task, you are going to have to approve them to move on to the second writing task. And so at your teacher station, your computer, just like when you approve students to go in to the test initially, you'll need to approve them to move on to the second part of the test. Beyond that, talking about pausing, there's been a lot of confusion about this in the past, and so I want to address this particularly with the ELA-PT. And so there's been some concern in the past that if a student pauses the test or quits testing for the day and they're in the middle of a writing session, they won't be able to go back to that writing session. That is not the case. And as you can see there, it says students can return to the current segment, either part 1 or part 2, and change their response to the question if paused less than 20 minutes. You will also notice if paused more than 20 minutes, like they were to go to lunch or go home for the day. The ELA-PT, again, students can return to the current segment, either part 2 or part 1, and change their response. And so as long as a student does not move from part 1 to part 2 on the first day, they would still be able to change the responses to part 1 when they return the next day. And for the math, it doesn't really matter. There's no concern about pausing, so we have no worries there.